Hey, what's up everybody? It's a warm, beautiful December day in SoCal. It's like mid 70s out, sun blaring, but check this out right here. I just came back from getting these dope SSR Type X wheels. They're not in good condition. One of the wheels has like a pretty bad curb rash. I picked them up and I'm gonna take them straight. Well, not straight, I'm gonna do a few videos first, but I'm gonna take them straight to the shop and they're gonna redo them. They're gonna fix that curb rash. They're going to sandblast them, and I think it's going to be white. I think I'm gonna decide on white. They're gonna look really dope. I love white wheels. This car was actually supposed to have white wheels on it, but I found these Volk-T 37 cups for a killer deal with tires, and so I had to jump on them. But the car originally was supposed to have white wheels, and so that's what they're gonna be. I'm gonna take them straight to the shop. I called the guy. He said he could do it, no problem. Gave me a good price on them for the work that they needed, and so that's what I'm gonna do with it. And so yeah, what do you guys think? These are SSR Type X wheels. They're 15 by 6.5, and it's not the same as what people want today in modern specs, but I don't really even like modern specs, because modern specs right now, everybody's doing a 15 by 8 and 15. Come on, these cars weren't made for 15. Those are racing sized wheels, and so these cars were really originally designed for these 15 by 6.5s, 15 by 7s tops. But yeah, these are a forged lightweight wheel, and they're lightweight, man. I picked them up with tires, and you know, even with the tires, they're pretty light. Let me show you. So here's the wheel. All I have is I have it propped up so I can see what it looks like. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it, dude. Look at that. Let me get a good frame on that. Look at that. If you can kind of just imagine that set back a little bit. The bronze Volks are sick too, but I like these white wheels, man. They pop on the color. It's all about color combos, man. You got to complement these colors, and these white wheels, they just do it good, man. But here's the wheels. This is the most beat one I could find. The other ones are in relatively good condition. These are pretty beat. This is people are hardcore around here. So check this out. There's some deep gouges. The guy I bought this from, he said they're his brothers, and his brother used them at the track, and so they got beat up, but there's no bends. It's a forged wheel. They hold up really nicely, but look at this. They're in bad shape. This one, man, it's loud around here. People go crazy. So this one has a pretty, I don't know if this is a deep gouge, what you would consider that or not, but it's there. The guy said he'll fix it, no problem. I'm not a wheel refinishing specialist. This one's not as bad. They do have tires, but the tires are beat. These are Continental. These are really nice tires. It's the first time I see this tire in person. This is Continental Extreme Contact Sport. It's a relatively expensive tire, but I get why, man. They are nice tires. This is a 205 size tire, and they are wide. They are wide. I love the sidewall thickness on them. I love the look of the sidewall. It's also a 320 tread wear tire, and so it's kind of a perfect balance between streetability and stickiness, and so it should be good for your little spirited drives around the canyons, while giving you pretty good tread wear on them. So here's the current wheels I have on it. T37 cups. I think they're gorgeous, man, but I always wanted white wheels. I don't know what I'm doing with the T37 cups. I'll probably have them laying around somewhere, but this is a good pickup for me. So that's pretty much it. We're in Whittier right now in the cuts. Here's some few shots of my car. Okay, these I took this car to come pick them up, and I had to because this car just has so much space, man. I love the EGs, man. Shout out to G Development. Cool dude. Little updates, interior pics. See, I got a package shipping out right there. You know, it's a daily grind, man. Here's a horn button delete that I'm working on right there. This is a prototype. I got the little prototype shift knob right there. That's stainless steel. Car has like groceries in there, and these wheels just fit in there perfectly. Okay, so again, this is going towards like an OEM plus resto, whatever, resto, not mod, but restoration, OEM plus restoration. I got these depot corner lights in. These are depot, the EDM, JDM style corner lights. We're gonna put them on our website. I put them up for too cheap before, and they sold out within like half a day, and it was a pain in the butt for me to also got my banner up there finally, just so I can get some recognition. I ran this company without marketing for like 6 years, and so I got to do something. It's being lazy. When the sales came in, like not even a lot of sales, but when I started selling stuff, I didn't do any marketing. It just I just kept doing it like that. But anyway, yeah, I got these and they fit perfectly. Look at that. Perfect fitment on these lights. Here's that side. Let me show you the other side. Beautiful fitment. Look at that. Look at that. It's solid. Oh, it's solid. Okay, that's because the car is not put together right, but it's solid. Yeah, the last set I put it up for a pretty low price, or what people told me was a pretty low price, and they sold out in half a day. And it was a pain in the butt to get any more in. I had to wait like a literal month for the distributor to get them back in stock. And so I gotta raise the price a little bit, man, just because it makes sense, man. Supply and demand. I'm not a greedy person, but I literally waited a month for them to come back in stock. And of course I gotta import them, so. The exhaust holding up pretty well. It's actually pretty loud, dude. It's actually pretty loud. This is a shady side, but yeah, that's how it's going. Got these, again, the point of this wheel was point of this video was I got new wheels. SSR Type X, getting very, very hard to find. Very hard to find in any type of condition. Whether it is, and most of these are not gonna be restored. They're usually gonna be, I've been looking for a while. They're usually gonna be beat and should be restored. Okay, these are classic wheels now. Rhoda made a replica of it. I forgot what they're called, but Rhoda made a replica back in the 2010s, 2009, 2008 era. Yeah, probably about 2007, 2008, 2009. So those are even probably harder to find than the actual real SSR Type X now. So yeah, you gotta jump on these babies. They're a little bit underrated. You know, I think they're a little bit underrated, underappreciated right now. Let me show you the back of them. If I can just turn it. Okay, ooh, that is beat, baby. Look at that. This is racing brake dust. And racing brakes, they use a very, I don't know what they put in their brake compound, but it'll do this to your wheels. So if you take it to the track and then you get that racing brake dust all over your wheels, you gotta get that stuff off immediately, because it's just gonna like etch itself right into the paint. And I've seen this happen many times. Like the Hawk HP brakes, here's the specs on these. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna replicate these things. Because they're coming off, I'm gonna take a picture of them. I'm gonna go into like Adobe Illustrator, and I'm going to remake these. And I'm gonna have them printed out as stickers and put them back, because you gotta have that, man. You gotta have that. These are retro, like vintage wheels now. These were made before a lot of you guys were born. I know that some of you guys are some old Honda heads, like 50, 40 years old, but the new guys, the 20-year-olds, these are older than you, baby. Yeah, so you got to do them right. And I love that. I love that so much. We got 2 generations of Honda heads now. Before, it was just the same old people, you know, like the same old people. I love it so much. We got 2 generations of Honda heads. 2 generations, baby. And then the new generation, you learn from the older generation, okay? How to do it, because those guys did it right. This is some of the old stuff. The new stuff, it's cool. It's cool, but the old stuff is the classic stuff. Cool. So that's what I'm doing with this car. Hey, what's up, guys? So I just dropped the wheels off at the wheel refinisher. The business is Proper Motion. The owner I talked to on the phone wasn't here, but one of the guys in there called him, and he doesn't want me to record. My original plan was to you know, get him on video, talk to him for a little bit, maybe get a tour of the shop. But the guy out over there said the shop is a little, like, it's too dirty, and he just doesn't want to be on camera. His business is probably successful enough to where, you know, he doesn't want to need any more marketing. That's cool, that's understandable. But Proper Motion, Anaheim. So when I was buying the wheels, the guy who was selling me the wheels, he said that there was a little curb rash. Okay, little curb rash. And so I show up, and there's like a 1 millimeter deep, like, gash, and about 3 inches like wide along the circumference of the wheel. And so I was like, what the hell, man? And I wasn't gonna buy them because of that. And so I called up this guy at Proper Motion, and it was the owner who answered. And keep in mind, this guy, it wasn't the first time I called him about some random stuff. He picked up, and he's like, yeah, send me pictures. And then sent me pictures, and he got back to me right away, like on the spot when I was buying those wheels. So service is amazing. Again, this is not the first time. I asked him another time about some other stuff, about some other wheels I was about to buy, and same thing, same sort of attitude. And to me, that's really, really cool, because as a business person myself, sometimes a lot of these people who talk to you about stuff and ask you for quotes, they don't go through with the deal. And so anytime somebody contacts you asking you for stuff, in the back of your mind you're like, oh man, not this guy again, because he never spends money, he never goes through with the business deal, but he's always asking for stuff or asking questions. And most of the time these people are very considerate and very kind about that, but over time it just gets annoying, you know, when you deal with it every single day. And you know, so I really appreciate that, which is why I went here. In and out service, no hassle, no nonsense, very straightforward. But regarding that curb rash, it was pretty, I don't know, it looked pretty deep. These guys work on them every day. He said, hey, you're just gonna sand it down, it's gonna look fine. You might not need to repair it. I was like, I'm down to repair it, because these are some sick wheels. So we'll see what they say. They're not gonna get to it till later. So they're gonna sandblast them, sand it down. I told them to send me some pictures, and then we'll go from there, because I do want them to look, you know, perfect. So we'll see. You know, I don't mind paying the extra, but they're really good guys. They weren't pushing to try to make extra money by having me repair them. They're like, just see how it looks, man. All right. So cool guys. Proper motion in Anaheim. Can't wait to get them back. All right.
3 days later.
So what's up, everybody? I got these wheels back from powder coating. Again, I did them at a shop called Proper Motion, and these look amazing. These are the SSR Type X, and before they look so crusty. You know, some of the paint was peeling off, and so what they did was they had to sandblast the entire thing, which is, I mean, it's normal, but they sandblast the entire thing, and then repowder coat them. So this is the powder coat, so it's not paint. It's looks like, you know, one of those ovens, those white ovens you get. So it's just basic white, nothing spectacular going on. They did a pretty good job. I don't know, this is my first time actually getting wheels refinished, and so I don't know how perfect they can get. All I know about mine is that, you know, it's just about the details, right? Almost anybody can you can powder coat your wheels at home, but they left some of this stuff in there in the wheel lugs. I don't know if other shops take the time to take that out, because again, this is my first time getting wheels powder coated. But they did leave it like that. I also noticed on the barrel part that this wheel has slightly thinner powder coating than the other four. And again, it really makes no difference when the tires are mounted. But of course, you know, it's just a detail thing. You know, it makes really no difference, but it's a detailed thing. And so I'm all about the details, you know. Another thing I did notice is that by the valve stems, it's a little crusty. It's some sharp, kind of sharp little residue, I guess that's what it's called. Not a big deal. Again, you could just take your finger and just pull it out. And there's a little bit of white paint missing, white powder coat missing. Again, not a big deal. Not a big deal. I can live with it. I don't expect it to be perfect, but I'm just letting you know what it is. And there's a few imperfections. So if you look closely, if I can get on camera, right here, it's not perfect. And again, I said it for a third time, it's my first time getting wheels powder coated, and I don't know how perfect they can get. I don't know how hard it is to do or how hard it is to get perfect, but I did want these perfect. There are some imperfections here. See, I don't know if it's like difficult to get right or how they baked it. Again, I have no idea what it takes to get something perfect, but it is a little bit imperfect. There's like a little slight, you know, bubbling. Let's see if I can get to focus. Right there. So I did want them perfect. They're not 100,000% perfect. I can live with it. But yeah, that's what it is. So I think there was a curb rash, a huge curb rash about 1 millimeter deep on the one wheel, and I paid an extra $140 for them to fix it. So what they did was they welded it up and then they sanded and powder coated it. So there is no more curbs. And I'm pretty sure it was this wheel. And the reason I could tell is all the other lips are smooth, like perfectly smooth. This one, if you run your finger along it, you could feel kind of like a little ripple, like very, very slight, but I can feel it, and you won't be able to see it on camera, but if you run your finger along right here, you could feel like very slight ripples, and maybe in the reflection, maybe not, you'll be able to see it. I mean, I could see it in the reflection. It's like someone welded it like that, and they sanded it. So very, very slight. Again, I definitely could live with it. Not a huge deal. No one would ever notice it. But you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Well, they're okay, to be honest. I don't want to trash their business. They did a good job for me. I think they gave a pretty competitive price for what I asked. Again, it was sandblasting, powder coating, and one wheel repair, and it was $680 in 2024 prices. I'm cool with it. I mean, I just wanted it. I wanted it done, you know. I was gonna pay, but they look great. Let me show you the back sides. Okay, looks like that. I suppose it looks good. No, I don't see anything wrong on the back sides. It's great, you know. And when these are mounted on, and you could see the entire, it's all clean like that, and you could see through the wheel, and it's all white. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. But yeah, the business who did this is Proper Motion. I mean, they did a fine job. I probably wouldn't go back to them again just because they didn't have the best communication. Their price included mounting and balancing again, so I have to take these back. They said they're not available today, which is fine. I'm an impatient person, so I might go pay a little bit extra to have somebody else do it. But they do have a snap-on tire mounting machine, which is why I want to go to them, because I don't want to risk anybody scratching up, marring these surfaces, because you just don't know nowadays. People aren't as detail-oriented as you want them to be. But yeah, SSR Type X, refinished, powder coated white.